So this is going to be just a very fast little bug fix slash implementing of the last functions. So one bug that we have is that we aren't really checking what time it is when we are actually leaving the game. So it's going to keep counting from when we entered the game. We need a way to figure that out. Now we don't want to use this one because this one has the initialize and the time span. You could do this down to a function if you want, but I am going to just take everything of this and I'm going to move, duplicate that to the left here. And then I'm going to create a new custom event here. I'm going to call this one update date time. Then you need to go out from this callback and create a new matching event. And I'm going to call this one nothing yet. I'm going to get it up there first. Oh, get it up there. Remove this event. Plug that into there. Plug the request in. And the execution pin. What do we call the other one? Time date. I'm going to call this one date time then. Doesn't matter. We're not going to use this one for any calling anyways. We can remove the initialize saves, and we can remove the make time span because we only want to update the time struct itself. So we're going to comment this out, and this is update date time before saving, before exiting the game. And we can also turn that into greenish because it's done. Now we need to call this one though. So update date time. We're going to call that before we save the game. So now it's going to change out this time struct. It's going to update the time struct over here. And then it's going to move on to save the actual game. So that handles the problem with that. Yeah, that handles the problem with that. Another thing that I noticed is that we don't actually have a buy and sell. Well, we have a buy, we don't have a sell. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a cookie game instance. We're going to right click on your buy item and we're going to duplicate the buy item. We're going to call this one sell item. Now in here, we're not going to do any too much crazy shit except for the amount owned. It's going to be minus the quantity local. We're removing, right? And then the cost is not going up, it's actually going down, but we don't want it to be positive thing to sell. So we're not going to set it to like half or anything. We're going to set it to 0.75. So 75% of the cost, it's going to go down. No, it's going to go down 25% and it's going to stay 75%. Now, let us also go into our structs for a second and create a new blueprint. It's going to be an enum. We're going to call this one store modes. Store modes is very simple. It's just a buy and a sell. Now let us go into our store. Actually, not into our store, sorry, into our store entry. Click our, when we do our branch here and check it, we are actually going to add a new variable. It's going to be store modes, the enum that we just made. I'm going to get our enum and I'm going to switch on it. If it's buy, then it's okay, we go over there. Or if it's sell, we're going to duplicate this buy item, we're going to go sell item. Inside of sell item, you can remove your cookies and your checker we can keep. We can remove that and okay. Now we want to check if the amount owned is greater or equal. I can actually remove that. Is greater or equal than the selected quantity to buy. Now buy, we can rename this to select a quantity if you want. I'm just going to keep it as selected quantity to buy. I'm going to use it both for selling and for, yeah. That goes into the condition. Of course, we don't want to buy the item. We want to sell the item. Remove that. And plug in the locations accordingly. You don't want to get away. You don't want to remove cookies. You actually want to get cookies, right? So you want to take cookies plus, and we're also always only going to give back half of what we what the cost was, or what the cost is currently. So we're going to just divide that by 2, and that goes into our addition. That is our new cookie set. So I've been offline for 50,000 seconds. That sounds about right. If I now go out, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. If I buy the clicker, if I now go to sell, it doesn't actually work because we haven't set up the button. Inside of your store, on the buy button, we need to click that, and on the sell button, we need to click that. Drag out your what the crap. Ah, my bad. The store modes doesn't go in here. It doesn't go in here. The store modes go into the store, of course. Store modes. And it's our store mode. Enum. Remove this one. I don't know why. When we buy, we want to set it to buy. When we sell, we want to set it to sell. Back into our store entry, and now we can get our hard ref. We can get our store. We can get our store modes. And then we can switch on it in order to get our buy and then our sell. We're going to keep this branch up, and we're going to do a, out of our buy item, we're going to do a or boolean and plug in our sell item. Both of these go into the branch and the condition. So if it's buying or selling, it's still going into this branch and checking if the success is, if the success of either one of these are true. Because this is the same for everything, so we don't want it to be like a fucking infinite money method. But it is, kinda. Okay, so I crashed, and I have to set up some stuff again. Store mode. Buy. Sell. Store mode. Store mode to buy. Store mode to sell. Run our store entry. I don't understand why. What I've done differently, because on my other project this is working. This cost. The error is somewhere nearby. So it's not here. It has to be in here. It should be just fine. Maybe it was just a restart bug that I had to do. Let's see here. I can sell. Or actually, I think it's the save actually. Let me get my save out. Okay, so now we've got the save out of the way, and now it's a fresh start. So I buy one at 15. And if I sell one now, that's going to be 15.8, so you can't actually go under it. Yeah, so it's the save that was the issue. If you experience bugs, always remove your save. Honestly, it can be so frustrating to be stuck on something and not know what it is, because it should work. Anyway, that is the bugs fixed, and now you can sell and you can buy. I do believe you can buy 10 as well. Yeah. This one should probably be calculated depending if you're going to sell or buy, though. Let's do a switch over here. Yeah, let's do a switch over here. So when we update it, get our store, get our selected, get mode, store mode. We can switch on the store mode. So this we know is the buy. Plug that in. Or if selected store mode is to sell, then this needs to be different. We can just take that down there. Oh, this is already getting a bit too messy. Selling. You can do these done functions, of course. So when we're selling, we want to do something differently. So we don't want the cost to be multiplied by the quantity. We want the cost to be, get back 75% of it. So you want it to be multiplied by quantity and then maybe multiplied by 0.75. See how that looks. It's not updated. So we need also to go into the store, and when we do our little check here, our little switch here, we could go into the for loop. Update. Yeah, so now if I want to sell one, it's gonna give me back 12.4. Or I don't have any, so it's not gonna actually do it. If I go and buy one, that's gonna give me back 17.4. Did not do that though, because it's not calculating from the current standpoint. It's calculating from the previous standpoint. Buy one, that's gonna cost me 17. But 10, it's gonna cost me 173. That is a lie though. We need to get the same calculation happening over here. So this is the how we calculate this. So it's cost. Let's go into our sell item for a second. And if the Sell item on the game instance. When we sell our item, yeah, we haven't set up our how many we are going for. Quantity local, sell item. Okay, so sell item, quantity local. We wanna do the same math over on our store entry, that we're doing on our store entry over here. So it's cost multiplied by selected quantity. Cost multiplied by quantity local. Multiplied by 0.75. That should give us the same math. I don't have any to spice. Okay, so we got 1. It's going to give me 20. Not giving me 20, it's giving me 14. So I can buy 1 cookie. It can cost me 15. If I sell it now, it says that it's going to give me 15.8. So that's a bit wonky, isn't it? But it's only giving me 11, so it's fine. It's giving me what it should give me. It's giving me the... After we have, like, set it, it's giving me it. So we are probably setting it different. We're setting it in a wrong order somewhere. Set into a store entry. So this one is now okay. It is calculating it right. However, we need our store entry on mouse button down. When we are selling it, plus, okay, so we give, yeah, because we're given half of that. Okay, we need it to be here as well. The cost multiplied by selected quantity to buy multiplied by 0.75. That should be our, buy that, 15.8. Yeah, it's giving me 15.8 back. Or that is obviously a mistake. So when we sell it, 75, select the quantity. Now it's giving us the right, well, now it's costing 15.8. It's giving me back 60.5. It's costing 60.5. It's giving me back 70.4. Is it an infinite money method? It does appear to be an infinite money method, guys. Why is the answer 15.75? Am I dumb? Okay, well, what if we just do half of it then, so that it only gets back half? Well, that was the original plan. It only gets back half. Now let's see if we get back half. Just a quick second. Let's do our update and also remove, get this one down to the cost divided by 2. $8.3. 11.6. 11.6. Okay, so now it's going. Now it's doing okay. Yeah, so we're just dividing it by 2. So the cost is always going to be getting a bit higher. Actually, if you divide this by, so you only get back half of it. Is the cost still set up? Yeah, the cost is still going up. Okay, so the cost is still going up. Or you can sell it and get back half. Cost is still rising 18.2 now. So if I buy one for 18.2, then now it's 25, but we are going to sell one 12.8. That means that the clicker is now 19. The cost goes up, you get back half of it, and yeah, that's our selling system as well. That was a bit of a journey, but we got to the finish line eventually. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.